Right, here we are, and we are on the 9th of October, I believe, and it's well dark, even up here, and it looks a miserable night again, but we have a stack of people tonight, a stack. So, and we've got my missus as well, who's going to stand behind me in a minute and put me right about everything I do. So we will kick off with something a bit rowdy. Are we ready, dear? Sailing down from Liverpool, either way, Santiano, round Cape Horn to Frisco Bay, and we're bound for Cali. We were clipping a bit there. I think we were probably a bit distorted.
Very nice, very nice. Lively start, John. I think that's the thing to say. A lively
start. Right. Yeah, so it wasn't over distorted.
It was a little bit. Not to my ears, not over distorted. A touch of top end distortion, but that goes with the thrashing, doesn't it? You and tackling both.
Right, I need to quieten down a bit here. Rhyl Mctell song about a sheep farmer who had the rug pulled from under him by some little oik working in a bank, and called the money in and left him high and dry. So basically he thinks, up yours pal, I'm going to torch it. So the song's called Red Sky. the glowering query as he traipsed over the field with his droop-tailed dew-dropped drizzle dog padding along at his heel. A split in the clouds through sunlight like a dagger ripping open the sky. Tell by his breath there'd be a frost tonight. The wind whips a tear from his eye. Screwed to a ball in his pockets was the letter that said they'd foreclose. Hawthorne snagged at his jackets as the anger inside fell and rose. The cabin before him seemed massive, but used to a living so harsh. Sheep on the fell side impassive, nipping the thin into grass. Red sky in the morning, sailors beware at first light. There will not be any warning. It's gonna be a red sky tonight. Far from his mind was the springtime, the lambing and starting anew, the wild summer hills in their beauty, and the cry of the lapwing and youth. Living a hill shepherd scratches at the end of the tunnel, the light come from a box of matches. It's gonna be a red sky tonight. Living a hill shepherd scratches at the end of the tunnel, the light come from a box of matches. It's gonna be a red sky tonight. Right.
Always nice to hear Ralph Mctell.
Always nice to hear Ralph Mctell, but I listened to, I didn't know he'd got a new CD out, something called Hill of Beans, and I've just been listening to it on Alexa.
Oh, no!
Right, who's had a machine woke up there? And the audio quality seemed really crap. It was really difficult to hear. But I'm nicking one song off it, and I picked a real good song up at Dragon's Breath on Tuesday, an Archie Fisher song. So where I can't see on my screen, John, but that is written down and it's on the way, and we might be getting a fiddle accompaniment to it as well. So that's going to be in the pipeline.
We'll look forward
just
to
a
that.
word, John. David H has joined us.
Yes, I've seen. I can see his head.
Top of his head. Yeah, we've got the top of your head, Dave.
On there. So I'll pop him on the list and I'll get back to you in a minute. But we are going over to our Merseysiders. And what colour would you call this shirt, Edna? Is it purple?
I'm just trying to find them. They're moved around my screen somewhere. Oh, there they are.
She's disappeared into the other room, I think.
Into oblivion.
Well, you'll put me
Right.
up
I will shut myself up and we'll put Stuart on.
Yeah, I've got a bit of Johnny Cash to start with. Am I allowed to do two?
It depends on which bit of Johnny Cash you're bringing to the party.
Well, it's not the Folsom Prison Blues, that's for sure.
Oh, it's not his wallet. No, right.
Oh, right, okay. At my door the leaves are falling, the cold wild wind will come, sweethearts walk by together, and I still miss someone. I go out on the party and look for a little fun, but I find a darkened corner, 'cause I still miss someone. No, I never got over those blue ones, I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me when all the love was there. I wonder if she's sorry for leaving what we've begun. There's someone for me somewhere, and I still miss someone. Never got over those blue eyes, I see them everywhere. I miss those arms that held me when all the love was there. Quick change of guitar.
That's just.
Oh no, you should have your roadie to pass the other guitar to you.
That is for goodness sake.
It's the roadie's life off. Let me just find some scribbles. Just wish I could sing. It's awful.
Bonsoir, Evelyn. Knitting away, lovely.
Right, Stuart's up and running.
Right. Bit of Mr. Zimmerman, Mr. Robert, Bob Dylan. Ain't no use to stand on the wire, babe, if you don't know by now. It ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, it'll never do somehow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. It ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. The light I never know. And it ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. But I wish there was something you would say or do to try to make me change my mind and stay with you. We never did much talking anyway. Don't think twice, it's alright. And calling out my name, gal, like you never did before. And it ain't no use in calling out my name, gal, I can't hear you anymore. While I'm thinking and wondering, walking all the way down the road, I once loved a woman, a child I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. So long, honey babe. Well, I'm bound, I can't tell. But goodbye's too good a word, babe. So I'll just fare thee well. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kind of wasted my precious time. But don't think twice, it's alright. Oh, don't think twice, it's alright.
Yeah!
Now, Stuart, you've been hiding your light under a bushel all these years, and you just come out. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Isn't that right?
Yeah, dead on, yeah.
Margaret, are you listening? More you do it gets. We're waiting for Margaret's big, like Judy Garland, we're waiting for the big re-entry on the stage from Margaret.
It could be a long
That was super dupes. And there's Edna. Have you made the house, Edna? Have you done a big panel obscous for the weekend?
No, we had a curry tonight.
Curry?
Curry. Yeah.
All right.
I've put my purple shirt on for you.
Purple shirt?
I've got my purple shirt on just for Edna. Right, I see we've got Chaz and Jan. Did you say you were going to do one to us tonight?
Do one.
Yeah.
Hi guys, we have something. If you're desperate, it's not a song. We're going for the monologue stroke poetry.
Right, we'll take anything. Right, okay, so I will give everybody a revised list.
Ooh.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Right, okay, so the juggling sort of readings with songs here. So we've got Mr. and Mrs. Warburton next, followed by Ian and his Lions. We've got Gaffer, we've got Mike and Sheila, Jeff Durno, Steve and Lisa, although she'd probably prefer me to say Lisa and Steve.
Oh, ladies first.
Jan and Chaz, Carl, Gwyn, Phil, B and Davith, Dave Heitch, Alan. I think we might just get round once tonight.
Lovely.
Right, but that'll be good. So we have got John and Carol next.
They can unmute themselves, can they? Where are
Yeah,
they?
he's-
Bloody
yeah,
hell.
he's-
I've lost them. See how slick we are?
I'm here at the top left, according to my.
No, oh no, you're not. You're top
Top
left.
left. Yeah, you are top left. Yeah. Quite a tech.
Well,
Top left. Yeah.
We try. We like to confuse matters. I'm sorry. The cat didn't like that harmonica at all. It just pinned its ears back,
Yeah.
looked over here, and then scooted up the stairs. It's got nothing to do with the playing of it. It was very well played, but the cat just couldn't stand the timbre of the.
That's not unusual.
No.
Dogs
Okay.
similar sometimes, yeah.
Here's one of mine. This is called Hey Mr. Politician. Hey Mr. Politician, tell me what you see. I'll bet you anything it's not the same as me. You see lazy people, I see poverty. So can you tell me why we see things differently? Bankers took the money from us, gave it to themselves. Down the axe, avoided tax, still walk round like swells. But you would take the money from the poor, the weak, the needy, whilst rewarding those who seem to be just downright greedy. And as for fighting foreign wars while saying we got no cash, spending millions killing people seems to me quite rash. Hey, Mr. Politician, tell me what you see. I'll bet you anything it's not the same as me. You see lazy people, I see poverty. So can you tell me why we see things differently? It's not democracy, it's damned hypocrisy.
Very appropriate. Very, very nice. Very nice.
One of
Well,
your own, John.
It is, yes, it was. It wasn't written, it wasn't sung very well tonight. I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or whatever, but
Were you very cross when you wrote it?
I was just a little.
Excellent.
No,
You know they're giving themselves a £3,300 a year rise. At the
don't
moment.
start
Yeah,
me.
Just thought I'd mention it. Yeah.
Here's another one of mine. Well, I just want to go where the river's in flow, and I just want to be near the sound of the sea. I want to dance and loom by the light of the moon. I just want to be free like the stars or the sea. I've worked my fingers to the bone, put my mind to a standstill, watched politicians come and go. It's just like watching an anthill, round and round in circles, getting nowhere fast. Building up their egos, they're making lots of cash. And I just want to go where the river's in flow, and I just want to be near the sound of the sea. I want to dance and loom by the light of the moon. I just want to be free like the stars or the sea. And if you think I'm dropping out, you're not far from the truth. The things that seem to anger me are the same as in my youth. War, poverty and injustice, well, it all remains the same. Why is peace so hard to win? Is the world insane? And I just wanna go where the rivers in flow. And I just wanna be near the sound of the sea. I wanna dance alone by the light of the moon. I just wanna be free like the stars of the sea. Throw your telly out the window and don't read Murdoch's press, 'cause he's influencing the government, he's made this world a mess. Come and leave your living rooms, come and join with me. We'll dance beside the rivers and sing beside the sea. And I just wanna go where the rivers in flow. And I just wanna be near the sound of the sea. I wanna dance and learn by the light of the moon. I just wanna be free like the stars of the sea. And if you wanna be free, come join in with me. Thank you.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Yes, angry young man.
Well,
Ah, yeah, but turning his anger into a positive thought, being by the seaside, lovely. I do like to be beside the seaside.
yes.
I was a bit pissed off then when Leslie went and chucked the telly out the window. But,
Les,
That's the trouble with hippies, they don't know when to stop, John.
I've just had a bit from Dave a minute or two back. He's got to leave early, so I'll move Dave up the list. So won't alter it a lot. So it's Carol, and then Ian, Gaffer, and then Dave before Mike and Sheila. Okay, carry on as before.
do you want to move in?
Just the one, is it,
Hello.
John?
Hello, Carol.
Just the one? Yeah?
Yeah,
That'd be good.
yeah, that'd be good.
This one's called Bus Stop. Standing at the bus stop in the pouring rain, thinking I should have come by car or even caught a train. I'm trying to reduce my carbon footprint. I'm trying to do my bit, which is why I'm standing cold and wet on a road that's dimly lit. I keep looking up the road, hoping a bus will come into view, forgetting that's the thing with buses. None, and then there's two. Waiting at a bus stop is fine when it's dry and sunny, but in the pouring rain, well, it just isn't very funny. I've thought about walking home, but it really is too far. Oh, bother my carbon footprint. I should have brought the car. But just as it stops raining, my bus I now can see. I'll soon be warm and dry at home, having a lovely cup of tea. However, as I am an honest person, the truth, it must be told. This is all in my imagination. I haven't been on a bus since I was about 30 years old. Thank you.
I have to say, Mr. Rhys-Jones, please don't continue brandishing your glass of wine around. I am doing Sober October. And it's just the way you're doing that that's making me think, by Jove, I've got a bottle in the back.
Well, John has the... What's your conclusion about Sober October, John? On a bender till December, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, we don't normally drink. Well, we try not to drink through the week, but in the summer when it's a nice night, you can't not really, can you?
I had a week like that once.
So, yeah, so, I'm just on the...
Don't show it, John will be upset.
I'm on the
It
H2O
is-
tonight, so
It's,
I'll have a dram when we're finished. I think we'll have We'll have a dram when we're finished and a coffee. Just after we've cleared up.
It will be
Right,
past
where
the
am I?
mute November, though.
Right, we're moving down to Kent.
Oh.
Oh,
Yep.
Ian,
Hi,
just having
hi,
a
John.
sip.
Okay, I mean, am I doing one or two, please?
Two if you would, Ian.
Okay, that's great. Well, here's the first one then. Lay a whisper on my pillow, keep the winter on the ground. I wake up lonely, there's air of silence in the bedroom and all around. Touch me now, I close my eyes and dream away. Must have been love, it's over now. Must have been good, but I lost it somehow. Must have been love, it's over now. From the moment we touched till the time had run out. Make believing we're together, that I'm sheltered by your heart. Within and outside, I've turned to water, like a teardrop in your palm. It's a hard winter's day, I dream away. Must have been love, it's over now. Must have been good, but I lost it somehow. Must have been love, it's over now. From the moment we touched, the time had run out. Must have been love, it's over now. It's all that I wanted, now I'm living without. Must have been love, it's over now. It's where the water flows, where the wind blows.
That was lovely there, eh?
Correct
Yeah.
me if I'm wrong. Was that a Roxette song?
Yeah, Roxette.
Oh, Popmaster, here I come. I don't think so.
It was terrific. Well, they were, but she was terrific in her day. And then she got cancer, which she battled for years, didn't she? And finally succumbed to it.
He's gone.
Right, this is...
On that happy note.
Yeah.
The wild bird could speak, she'd tell of places you'd been. She's been in my dreams, and she knows all the ways of the wind. Ollie, come home again. Spread your wings to the wind. I felt much of the pain as it began. Dreams cover much time till they leave blind the will to begin. I search for you there, and now look for you from within. Holly, come home again. Spread your wings to the wind. I felt much of the pain as it began. Holly, come home again. Spread your wings to the wind. I felt much of the pain as it began. I felt much of the pain as it began. Holly, come down.
Oh, I really look forward to your spots, Ian. I don't know if anybody, well, I know there's probably one or two read the blog last time Ian was here, and I still can't believe that I was I believed that somebody said that the father was a lion tamer. Right, I am the most cynical bastard that ever walked this earth. And if somebody says my father was a lion tamer, you say, yeah, but I just believe you, Ian.
Yeah, well, I've got some photographs of him making them walk on tight ropes and things, so that would help prove it.
Oh, ace.
Was he on the same magic mushrooms as you were on during that last song? That was very much a song for camping expedition, sitting cross-legged at 3:30 in the morning after a few glasses and some mushrooms and just singing away at lovely, gentle songs. It was very nice, Ian. Thank you.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right. From the sublime
Oh,
to Gaffer.
to the even more sublime. In fact, sublimer. Or Corblimer.
At the sound check, there was a young lady looking down his trousers.
Oh, there was, yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, because there are so many of us, I'll do a long one, a short one, and the long one I'll lop 4 verses off. Make it into a long one. Yes. There once was a farmer who lived near Horseleap, came into a fortune by winning the sweep. He ordered a suit costing £25 from the very best tailor in all Dublin town. So it's prouder than Punch. Val steps off down the street and can't help but ask the first person he meets, "Amn't I the best dandy you ever did see? The best tailor in Dublin made this suit for me." But the man looked him up and the man looked him down. "Is that the best tailor in all Dublin town? The cloth and the stitching are perfect, be sure, but the arms on the suit are much longer than yours." So while he marched back to the shop with a frown, "If you're the best tailor in all Dublin town, if you're the best tailor, then kindly explain why the arms on the suit are much longer than mine." "Now don't be alarmed," he replied, "oh, with a smile, for I cut for comfort and never for style. But if you be the dandy, I promise you, Gulver, if you just bend your elbows and fit like a glove." So prouder than Punch, Val sets off down the street, and he can't help but ask the first fella he meets. Haven't I the best dandy you ever did see? The best tailor in Dublin made this suit for me. Well, the man looked him up and the man looked him down. Was that the tailor in all Dublin town? The cloth stitch and arms are all perfect for sure, but the legs on the suit are much longer than yours. So Val he marched back to the shop with a frown. Now are you the best tailor in all Dublin town? 'Cause if you're the best tailor, would you kindly explain why the legs on me suit are much longer than mine? Ah, no, don't be alarmed, he replied with a smile, 'cause I cut for comfort and never for style. But if you'd be the dandy, I promise you, Gov, if you just bend your knees, then 'twill fit like a glove. So prouder than Punch, Val marched off down the street, and he couldn't help but ask the first fella he meets, haven't I the best dandy you ever did see? The best tailor in Dublin made this suit for me. Well, the man looked him up and the man looked him down. Was that the best tailor in all Dublin town? The cloth arms and legs are all perfect for sure, but the crutch is much closer sea level than yours. So he walked back to the shop with a frown. Now if you're the best tailor in all Dublin town, oh, if you're the best tailor, would you kindly explain why the crutch is much nearer sea level than mine? Ah, don't be alarmed, he replied, oh, with a smile, because I cut for comfort and never for style. But if you'd be the dandy, I promise you, Gov, if you just stick your arse out, 'twill fit like a glove. So it's prouder than Punch. Val sets off down the street, and he can't help but ask the first person he meets, haven't I the best dandy you ever did see? The best tailor in Dublin made this suit for me. But the man looked him up and the man looked him down. Not just the best tailor in all Dublin town, he's the finest in Ireland, or all the world through, to make suits that fit funny shaped buggers like you. There we go.
It's lovely looking around the screen at the faces in the little Muppet boxes while Gaff is performing. Exceptional. Exceptional.
Splendid.
I thought you were going to moon at the screen for a minute there.
Well, I had a feeling. Yeah. Mm.
Yes,
we not the moon.
We on then, Gaffer.
What?
Yes, I promised you a short one, didn't I? Yes, it's not only short, but it's almost traditional. It was collected in the southwest of England in the early part of the last century. So there. It was traditional till I got hold of it. Johnny Sands, he was a good old man, and he's married to Betsy Hay. Oh, she brought him gold and brought him land. She proved him a terrible play. All night and morn she'd curse and woe. She was full of caprice and whim. So he decides he's as tired of life as she is tired of him, 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 of him. Oh, says he, I think I'll go drown myself in the river that runs below. She said, I wish you would. You silly old fart, I wished it long ago. So I'll go stand at the water's brim, and you go up the hill. Then you run down and you shove me in. She says, my love, I will, I will, I will, I will, I will, I will. She says, my love, I will. Now, just in case I should lose me courage and try to save me miserable life, you must tie me hands behind me back. I will, then said his miserable wife. She ties him tight as tight can be, and when the job is done, she went up to the top of the hill and she commenced to run, to run, to run, to run, to run, to run. And she commenced to run. Down the hill come running his loving bride. She's rushing with all of her force for to push him in, but he stepped aside, and in shot she, of course. She's splashing, dashing like a fish. Oh, save me, Johnny Sands. I would, you surely know I would, but you have tied me hands, me hands, me hands, me hands, me hands, me hands, but you have tied me hands. End of song. That's what we're doing. There you go. Now you make that.
That's a shot. What are we going to do with the spare 25 minutes, John?
You might have to have a comfort
Four
break.
verses of the one before, but there you go. I've done one about fashion, about this. I'm considered to be an expert at anyhow, and that one about euthanasia. So there you go. I've run the gamut tonight.
And you come out the other side.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to stay in a gamut, do you?
Oh, well, no. No, indeed. Just keep the elastic band on so you can keep pulling you back every week, Gaffer. Lovely.
Keep on doing.
Right, looking across my screen, where's Dave gone? He was there and he'd lifted his camera up a bit.
Oh, he might have dropped out.
Oh,
He's words are not picture.
he's gone.
He's radio.
Right, we'll put on some.
Right, okay, so we'll move on to Mike and Sheila. We'll put Dave's on his way back. We'll put Mike and Sheila on next while Dave's joining us again. Oh, that's taken him by surprise. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. He can take it.
Right, you'll have to unmute yourself there, Michael.
Okay.
He's cool and confident because he knows how good his sound check was. No pressure, Mike.
Oh, dear me. Ooh, pull these sleeves up a bit. So. This
Right.
first song is a song I've been singing for about, 50 years. Nearly as long as this bloke's been a cocky. It's called Now I'm Easy. Eric Bogle's song about an Australian farmer.
Eric Bogle.
Isn't that what I said?
Sorry, we used to have a chap who used to come and sing Eric Bogle songs. And at the end of the song, he'd stand there to attention, he'd say, Eric Bogle. John knows what I'm talking about. I'll shut up now, Mike.
Okay.
Dave's back with us. You temporarily went off, Dave, so we'll put Mike and Sheila on next, and you're next on, Dave. Okay?
No response.
Is he frozen?
I think he has, yeah.
Oh!
He's gone again.
Gone again. He's got a piece of wet string, I think.
Just nipped in and nipped out. Anyway, this is called Now I'm Easy. For nearly 60 years I've been a cocky. Droughts and fire and floods I've lived through plenty. But this country's dust and mud has seen my tears and blood. Nearly over now, now I'm easy. I married a fine girl when I was 20. She died giving birth when she was 30. No flying doctor then, just a gentle old black gin. Nearly over now, now I'm easy. She left me with 2 sons and a daughter, on a bone-dry farm whose soil cried out for water. My care was rough and ready, but they grew up fine and steady. Nearly over now, now I'm easy. My daughter married young and went her own way. My sons lie buried by the Burma Railway. On this land I made my own, I carried on alone. Nearly over now, now I'm easy. City folk these days despise a cocky. With subsidies and all, we've had it easy. There's no drought, no starving stock on a Seward suburban block. Nearly over now, now I'm easy. For nearly 60 years I've been a cocky. Droughts and fires and floods I've lived through plenty. But this country's dust and mud has seen my tears and blood. Nearly over now, now I'm easy. Nearly over now, now I'm easy.
There you go. You see, you don't need the words for that, do you? You've been doing it so long.
Ah, you're watching his eyes, are you? They go like this. Do you remember the dog on the Muppets, Ralph? He'd to play a bit, and then he'd go and read the words and play a bit more.
No, in a club I always keep them in my pocket, but in here, if I'm playing guitar anyway, you can't reach in your pocket for the words. So I put the words here, and you can't help but look at, even though you know all the words,
Well,
you can't help but look.
There. Don't put them there.
Can't not put them there.
Of course you can. I don't put them there. I forget them.
All right, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. Yeah.
Mind games, that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
This second song is a song from.
Just a quick reminder, Dave, if you can come on after Mike and Sheila, Dave, if you're still with us. You seem to have been coming and going a bit, but you're next after Mike and Sheila.
Give us a thumbs up if you can hear us, David.
I'll do me. Yeah.
There we are.
Right. Oh, excellent.
Piece of wet string.
Out.
Yeah.
If I'm still here, I'll do it.
Wet that string.
Make sure your blue things on.
Yeah, I've got that. It's the internet that's no good. It keeps dropping out.
Someone did once say if you put it onto, you take all the screens off, go onto where the speaker is the main picture, and you've got less little tiles. It puts less strain on the computer and maybe less on the internet. I don't know.
Well,
if you change the view,
you mean?
If you change the view, yeah.
Speaker view, yeah. And then he resigned from the club, that person.
Yeah, he's not around anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Mike. Sorry to interrupt.
Right, carry on, Mike.
Okay then. This is a song I nearly sang the other week. It's called "Courting is a Pleasure." It's a song from Penguin, Nick Jones's LP from a long, long, long time ago. Courting is a pleasure between my love and I. Down in yon green valley, I will see her by and by. Down in yon green valley, she is my heart's delight. Oh, Molly, lovely Molly, I will stay till broad daylight. Going to church on Sunday, my true love, she passed me by. I could see her mind was changing by the roving of her eye. I could see her mind was altered to a man of high degree. Oh, Molly, lovely Molly, your looks have wounded me. Then up came New Love Willie with a bottle in his hand, saying, drink this lovely Molly, for our love will never stand. Saying, drink this lovely Molly until the flask froze free. 10 guineas I would wager that married we ne'er shall be. Never marry a fair young maid with a dark and a roving eye. Just kiss her and embrace her, never tell her the reason why. Just kiss her and embrace her until her heart does yield. The faint-hearted soldier will never gain the field. Farewell, Ballymorey, likewise your sweet Banshore. Farewell, the McCuskey Braes, for I'll never see you more. America lies far away, a land I must go see. May all bad luck attend the one who parted my love and me. America lies far away, a land I must go see. May all bad luck attend the one who parted my love and me. Thank you.
Thank you. You were accompanied on by Gaffer on Concertina for that.
Oh, yeah.
What
Yeah,
key
I
was
didn't-
he in, Gaffer? Oh,
I'm glad I didn't hear that then.
oh, what key was he in, Gaffer?
Oh,
We gotta know. The world needs to know, Gaffer. What key was he in?
I think it was G flat Aeolian, but I'm not sure.
In Diplodocus mode, I think.
Or a sharp minor, whichever you prefer. What language you speak?
Right.
I think that the Aeolian is Greek and Minor is Welsh.
Right, we've got Sheila. Where have you been all these weeks and months?
Sit up forward a bit more. And push the seat forward. That's it.
Don't tie your hands together.
Go on, Mike, you clear off. You're out the limelight now.
Oh.
Sheila's turn. Go on, clear off.
Hello. All right then.
Yeah, come on then, Sheila.
Okay.
Get started then. Get started then.
Yeah. Little piece called Tanners and Bobs, courtesy of ARJ. Thank you. Right. Back in the days of Tanners and Bobs, when mothers had patience and fathers had jobs, when football team families wore hand-me-down shoes, and TV gave only 2 channels to choose. Back in the days of threepenny bits, when schools employed nurses to search for your nits, when snowballs were harmless, ice slides were permitted, and all of your jumpers were warm and hand-knitted. Back in the days of hot ginger beers, when children remained so for more than 6 years, when children respected what older folks said, and pot was a thing you kept under your bed. Back in the days of Listen with Mother, when neighbours were friendly and talked to each other, when cars were so few you could play in the street, when doctors made house calls and police walked a beat. Back in the days of Milligan's Goons, when butter was butter and songs all had tunes, it was dumplings for dinner and trifle for tea, and your annual break was a day by the sea. Back in the days of Dixon's Dock Green, crackerjack pens and Lions ice cream, when children could freely wear national health glasses and teachers all stood at the front of their classes. Back in the days of rocking and reeling, when mobiles were things that you hung from the ceiling, when woodwork and pottery were taught in our schools, and everyone dreamed of a win on the pools. Back in the days when Adam was a lad, I can't help but smile for the fun that we had. Hopscotch and roller skates, snowballs to lob. Back in the days of Tanners and Bobs.
Yeah!
Oh, that was lovely.
Ah, lovely.
Who wrote that?
Oh, she's good at nostalgia, that one.
I still keep mine under the bed. Oh, sorry.
Oh.
No, I didn't say that, officer.
Is that yours, or do we know who wrote it?
Flush it down the bog when the police come, you John.
It was somebody called David Wood. I found it somewhere, a friend stuck it on Facebook, and I thought, oh, I know exactly the right person to tell us that one. And I sent it, and she changed a couple of words very cleverly. Very cleverly. The last verse normally starts with, when I was a lad, but she changed it to Adam was a lad, which is very clever, very not unnoticed. Hidden talents, lovely.
Very good.
Right. I see that Dave has just got back into his seat, but he looks very, very, very still.
Oh. That's a
Oh,
good
no,
one,
he's not
I
frozen.
think we might have to forget Dave tonight, which means we're moving on to Mr. Durno. Because last time we saw Jeff was it last week? And he came on sort of late on, and it looked like he was in a brothel. It was sort of surrounded by this sort of pinkish light everywhere.
Don't
So
tell
you're back home tonight, Jeff, eh?
Don't tell everybody. Yeah, I
How
thought.
do you know what a brothel looks like, John?
Ah.
I thought life has not been too good recently. I thought I'd give this a go tonight, just see what happens. I've managed to get one song done, which has gone up to written every week, but that's easy because you just sit at home and record it, and if it takes 10 times to get the bloody thing right, it's not so bad. But to do this live, I don't know. Anyway, we'll try it and see what happens. I haven't done this anywhere for a long time, so see what you think. Am I coming through all right? Can everybody hear? Are you happy, volume-wise?
Yeah. Everything's sounding good there, Jeff?
Okay. This first one stays in Wales. It's we've all heard of the Festiniog Railway. When the Festiniog Railway was first brought about, it was a line which ran from Festiniog to Porthmadog to the docks, but the trucks were all hauled back up by ponies, and it was a gravity line where they had a brakeman on the line coming down when it was loaded, and it took a long time to get the trucks back up, and they wanted to put steam, they wanted to put an engine on it, so they first of all had an engine on, and it wasn't really that good, and Thomas Fairley designed a better one. And this song was written by Huey Jones, Spinner's fame, and it's called The Fairley Duplex Engine. Come all you gallant quarrymen, lend to me an ear. 1817, it was a very special year. It's all about a contest Mr. Spooner has arranged between two iron horses, one familiar and one strange. We're going to Porthmadog, we're going to see the trials. Everyone's on holiday and the people have travelled miles. Well, the railway's got this loco, it's the strangest ever seen. The Fairley Duplex Engine, whatever that may mean. When I saw it at the loco shed, well, I thought I'd lost my mind. Two front ends together and no tender on behind. The footplate's in the middle and everything's times two. A four-armed driver's needed with a fireman for the crew. And we're going to Porthmadog, we're going to see the trials. Everyone's on holiday and the people will have travelled miles. The railway's got this loco, it's the strangest ever seen. The Fairley Duplex Engine, whatever it may mean. Little Giant was the first train off with over 60 ton. She made it up to Dinas and we thought that she had won. Then Fairley's little wonder started out upon the job. 200 tons and more it pulled along the Maddox cob. Well, we're going to Porthmadog, we're going to see the trials. Everyone's on holiday and the people will have travelled miles. The railway's got this loco, it's the strangest ever seen. The Fairley Duplex Engine, whatever that may mean. Well, dignitaries from all the world saw history turn a page. Fairley's little wonder, they're gracing narrow gauge. Now gather round you quarrymen and raise your glasses high. The great Festiniog Railway will never ever die, before we're going to Port Maddock, we're going to see the trines. Everyone's on holiday, and the people, well, they travel miles. The railway's got this loco, it's the strangest ever seen. The fairy duplex engine, whatever that may mean. That fairy duplex engine, whatever that may mean.
Hey. Oh, I haven't heard that for years, Jeff. It must be 25 years since I heard that. Lovely song.
Probably when Hugh Jones sang it. Okay.
I'd like to claim he was an uncle of mine, but he wasn't.
Oh. Well, you could try.
There's a quiz question. Name the Spinners.
Do it after. Let's try this one to see if I can get through this. This is a Liam Rosselsson song. Oh God, how does it go? It's got a chorus. You'll like the chorus. It's a kiddie song. It's called Skin. See what you think of this. You need skin, take good care of it. Don't harm a hair of it. What would you do without it? Keep it clean. Soap and water every day will wash the dirt and smells away, 'cause you need skin. Whether you're fat or whether you're thin, keeps the germs from crawling in. Whether you're silly or whether you're stout, it keeps the blood from trickling out. You need skin, take good care of it. Don't harm a hair of it. What would you do without it? Keep it clean. Soap and water every day will wash the dirt and smells away, 'cause you need skin. Whether you're black or white or brown, it keeps your tummy from tumbling down. Whether you're silly or whether you're smart, it keeps your bones from falling apart. You need skin, take good care of it. Don't harm a hair of it. What would you do without it? Keep it clean. Soap and water every day will wash the dirt and smells away, 'cause you need skin. Whether you're dark or whether you're fair, skin's the thing for growing hair. It's waterproof in rainy weather and keeps the bits of your body together. You need skin, take good care of it. Don't harm a hair of it. What would you do without it? Keep it clean. Soap and water every day will wash the dirt and smells away, 'cause you need skin. You need skin, take good care of it. Don't harm a hair of it. What would you do without it? Keep it clean. Soap and water every day will wash the dirt and smells away, 'cause you need skin.
It's your biggest organ, Jeff. It's your biggest organ, that's for sure.
Yes.
Might be your biggest organ, Alan.
Oh, it's a family show.
Oh.
Right. Steve and Lisa, I know we've probably sort of been, I think we've lost Dave. I think Dave's gone, he's given up now. So, according to my list, it's you up in Gateshead.
I did send Dave an apologetic message saying that we'd had to move on, but we would appreciate him coming back with his piece of wet string.
Can you hear us now then?
Yes!
Well, this song, I'm glad you can hear us, because when we heard 2 weeks ago what we sounded like, I literally didn't sound like anything at all. It was absolutely silent. So if somebody had said something, I'm singing my heart out. So I'll try the same song and hope this time you can actually hear it.
Okay,
So
yeah,
Steve's starting because he's playing for a team, right? So it's Steve and Lisa today. But he wants me to go first. So I'm going. Wait, just play the introduction. You hear the altar harp?
No.
No, plug it in. Just don't want you to plug it in like you just took it out, just plug it back in.
Why don't you just do what you tell him?
Yeah.
Just a moment.
I turned it off.
You'll turn it back on.
Hang on, I've got to turn the amp on.
Right. You just give us a second to have a little chat. Now, Phil is here tonight. Was he here last week? Was Phil on last week?
No, I think it was about 3 weeks since Phil was here. I think 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah, well, he's in a very posh part of the northeast, so he's lifted the tone a bit, so they've got a bit of support from the northeast.
Hang on, you're in Low Fell, aren't you? That's the posh bit of Gateshead.
Well, thank you for saying that, because I always say Low Fell, not Gateshead, for that reason. Yeah, it's a fairly posh bit. Not as posh as where you live, though, Phil. Right, here we go. Corbridge is very posh. Is that better? I'll have to have the microphone.
Yeah, we can hear that. Yeah.
Can I tell me if I can be heard above it, though, because I've not got the microphone on. Because you said it was too loud. Right,
No, we can hear you plenty. You're
all right, we'll try it then. I don't know if you can see the changes that come over me in the last few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away. So I'm telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I come from. That's the reason why I feel so far away today. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, it would make me more than sad. Caledonia, you're everything I've ever had. I have moved and kept on moving, been the boy that needed proving, lost some friends that needed losing, and others on the way. I have kissed the lads and left them crying, stolen dreams from us no denying. I've travelled far, sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, it would make me more than sad. Caledonia, you're everything I've ever had. I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest choir, the flames that couldn't reach any higher. They're withered now, they're gone, but I'm steady moving, my way is clear. I know where I will be tomorrow, when the flames are molten and the kisses blow. I will disappear. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, I'm calling you, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, it would make me more than sad. Caledonia, you're everything I've ever had. Caledonia, you're everything I've ever had. hopefully you could hear that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
going to do an unaccompanied
Right.
one.
Yeah.
Right, Steve, on you go.
Do give me
The traditional one.
Right.
Right. Thought I heard the captain say, pay me my money down. Tomorrow is our sailing day. Pay me my money down. Pay me, oh pay me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Soon as the boat was clear of the bar, pay me my money down. He knocked me down with the end of a spar. Pay me my money down. Pay me, oh pay me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. I wish I was Mr. Howard's son. Pay me my money down. Sit in the house and drink good rum. Pay me my money down. Pay me, oh pay me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. I wish I was Mr. Stephen's son. Pay me my money down. Sit on the bank and watch the work done. Pay me my money down. Pay me, oh pay me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Pay me, oh pay me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down.
Right. Got some
Bruce
sound out
Springsteen.
of you tonight.
Bruce Springsteen did that one, didn't he? Whoever he is.
Yes.
A newcomer to the scene, I think. Bruce Springboard.
Right, oh, we're moving to a local duo now.
Oh, I thought we got Carl.
We're
next.
all equally in I think everybody's in lockdown.
No, Carl, I'll mute Carl. Oh, hey. They're on. It's
Right.
me.
Oh,
I'm
they're there.
all over
They're
the place.
unmuted. They're ready to go. She's got a hand-knitted jumper, scarf, whatever.
Okay, well, we're not singing tonight, so we're going for alternatives. Obviously, we hear lots of poetry reading during these sessions, and I just thought I'd like to share with you one of my favourites and something that I'm aspiring to as I get older. So this is a poem called Warning by Jenny Joseph. When I'm an old woman, I shall wear purple with a red hat which doesn't go and doesn't suit me. And I shall spend my pension on brandy and summer gloves and satin sandals and say, we've no money for butter. I shall sit down on the pavement when I'm tired and gobble up samples in shops and press alarm bells and run my stick along the public railings and make up for the sobriety of my youth. I shall go out in my slippers in the rain and pick the flowers in other people's gardens and learn to spit. You can wear terrible shirts and grow more fat and eat 3 pounds of sausages at a go, or only bread and pickle for a week, and hoard pens and pencils and beer mats and things in boxes. But now we must have clothes that keep us dry and pay our rent and not swear in the street and set a good example for the children. We must have friends to dinner and read the papers. But maybe I ought to practice a little now, so people who know me are not too shocked and surprised when suddenly I am old and start to wear purple. Thank you.
Jan, you do know how much Chaz adores you, don't you? When you see the recording of this, you will see his doe eyes looking across at you. It was delightful to see.
Oh.
Lovely.
Oh.
Ah,
I'm already there. I've got the purple shirt on
I
tonight.
know. I thought that as soon as I saw you tonight, John.
You picked that poem specially, didn't you? Because I'd got purple on.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
it was Jess purple last week, actually.
Purple Doooh.
Brothel purple. Great. That was.
Oh, would you know? I wouldn't know.
Hang on, got Chaz as well.
As well. Oh.
Not only, but also.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to sit back and look equally doughy-eyed at him now.
I'll just go off screen.
It's called glazing over.
Just disappear behind this.
Now, after last week's history lesson, we were inundated with an email from a Nigerian prince. Nothing to do with what he was doing, but he suggested that we do some more history. So this is from the Salford historian, Dr. Michael Harding, about a little-known venture into the northwest by Napoleon. It's called Napoleon's Retreat from Wigan. 'Twas on the plains of Earlham in the year 1815. Napoleon was sat on his long johns, supping brasso with Josephine. He chewed his nails tut very quick, so he chewed 'em down tut slow. He was chewing very hard when up the backyard came a corporal, his face all aglow. Eh bien, mon capitaine, he cried, sacre bleu merde à la parlez-vous. And Boney stuck out a big lump of nail and said, bugger me, what's to do? It's that lads, cried Corporal, picking his nose. We played Wigan at billiards last night, and Wigan lads cheated and gave us wobbly cues, and sewed up all pockets up tight. Ecky le pecky, cried Boney, I'll show 'em which team's the best. And he had a quick chew of his fingernails, and stuck his hand up his vest. Dish out some spud guns and catapults, he cried, and give lads pea shooters all round. We'll burn down the pie and pea shops, and raise chippies down to the ground. As'll run through Wigan like a dose of salts. We'll make 'em tremble and quake. We'll loot and we'll pillage, and we'll pinch things as well, and we'll smash all the Eccles cakes. Well, he borrowed the Earlham muck cart and some spuds to roast on the way, and with all his lads on the wagon, he pointed his horse Wigan way. But whether it turned rotten to spite him, it snowed, rained, and hailed and all rest, and Boney started sulking and chewing his nails and sticking his hand up his vest. Soon the horse wouldn't go no further. It were weary and smelly and old, and it asked for a blanket and time and a half, and boots for working in cold. Well, they traipsed through the snow for a fortnight, dischuffed to the knickers they were. They'd icicles hanging from their nom de plume, and tricycles hung from their hair. So they traipsed through slush round slag heaps, and up by canal and by pier, till they came to a doormat in snow, saying, bog off. And Boney said, hey up lads, we're here. But the gates of Wigan were bolted tight. Said Boney, oh what a pest. And he had another chew his fingernails, and stuck his hand up his vest. There he stood at the gates of Wigan, frozen tears ran in lumps down his chin, and he kicked on front door with his wellies in temper, and shouted, come on then, let us in. But there on the front door of Wigan, a notice he read with a groan. We heard as how you were coming, so we flitted. There's no one at home. Boney, you were right blazing, but Wigan were blazing also, because Lord Mayor had left Chip Pan on gas ring, and Wigan were all aglow. Well, the flames grew higher and higher, and Boney he got right depressed, so he had another chew of his fingernails, and stuck his hand up his vest. Well, Wigan soon burnt down to ashes, and it got cold, so they all had to retreat. They eat their boots and socks on the way, so they had to walk home in bare feet. Retreating were worst part of business, because lads were starting to see red. They hissed and booed at Boney up front and chucked snowballs to the back of his head. Boney were fed up with all this, so that night he wrote out a plan. He pawned all the lads' muskets as they lay there in kip. He came home on number 10 tram. It were dark when Boney got back to their street, and stars were twinkling above, and Boney's passions rose and burst all his buttons as he thought of Josephine, his love. He opened the door, stamped the snow off his boots, stuck his rifle in plant pot in hall. I'm home, sweetie pie, light of my life. And Josie just shouted rude things. Don't think you can go out conquering, she said. Enjoy yourself with lads. Your worst bloody stop out in Earlham. Boney said, there's no answer to that. She said, you've not finished papering Clwb yet. This house is a right bloody mess. And you just stand there, chewing your nails and sticking your hand up your vest. Well, she ran downstairs and smashed him in gob. And when he tried to get into bed, she got right nasty and picked up the hoe and smashed it over his head. So, you see what they say in hysterical books isn't always right. It were Boney that got deaf and done breakfast, and Josephine who said not tonight, because she made him sleep downstairs on hearthrug, tossing and turning without rest, kicking the cat and chewing his nails and sticking his hand up his vest. Thank you.
I could see.
Well,
I could
excuse
see
you the
Evelyn.
Duff Manchester accent.
Oh, a good old mixture there, a bit of Hunter in there as well. And I could see Evelyn was especially enjoying that one because Boney's a big, big hero in France. He's a good guy. He set things up, didn't he? Yeah, there we are. He just wanted to conquer the world. That was the only problem he had.
Not the first one. Right. We're moving on to Carl. Over in Olliehead.
Bit of culture.
Ollywell, not Olliehead.
I'm afraid this has got 6 verses.
Oh.
And the good news is that means there's 6 choruses to join in. So please join in. And you'll know the song. It's very old, and it's a haunting and poetic children's song. Now, I think as John and Alan keep saying, in this song there's a murder, a confession, there's a witness and a burial, and it's strangely all the neighbours seem to treat it a little bit like matter of fact, and they just get on with it. So join in the chorus. Who killed Cock Robin? I said the sparrow with my bow and arrow. I killed Cock Robin. All the birds of the air fell a sighing and a sobbing when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Who saw him die? I set the fly with my little eye. I saw him die. All the birds of the air fell a sighing and a sobbing when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Who tolled the bell? I set the bowl because I can pull. I'll toll the bell. All the birds of the air fell a sighing and a sobbing when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Who'll dig his grave? I said the owl with my little trowel. I'll dig his grave. All the birds of the air fell a sighing and a sobbing when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Who'll be the the parson. I said the rug with my bell and book. I'll be the parson. Everybody. All the birds of the air fell a sighing and a sobbing when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Who'll be chief mourner? I said the dove. I'll mourn for my love. I'll be chief mourner. All the birds of the air fell a sighing and a sob when they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. When they heard of the death of poor Cock Robin. Thanks.
That was good. I haven't heard anything like that for years. There used to be a slightly different version that I knew, which sort of went, all the birds of the air said, sod it, damn it, when they heard Cock Robin had kicked the bucket.
That's a better version.
Is this from the National Songbook by any chance? Remember that from school? We all had to sit. Well, David will remember. All ya kiki I got and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. He's done it.
Well, who's going to do that tonight?
Oh, sorry, I've woken up the monster.
Right, who's next? Who forgot? That was a lovely call. Really enjoyed that. We've got Gwen. Gwen. Are we doing video first, Alan, or are we doing a live performance?
Do I have to unmute Alan?
We are doing...
Well, doesn't time fly? Another week gone by. This week's choice was inspired by being warm and toasty under the duvet, and the old homestead was being lashed by the most amazing storm. And John Morris Jones's poem, The Complaint of the Wind, or Cwyn y Gwynt, came to mind. And here we go. Cwyn y Gwynt, John Morris Jones. Cwsg, ni ddaw i'm hamrant heno, dacrau ddaw yng Nghynt, wrth fy ffenestr yn gwynfanus, yr ochneidiau'r gwynt. Codau lais yn awr a wylo, beichio wylo mai, ar y gwydyr hyrddiau ddagrau, yn ei wystaf wai. Pam y dei wynt I wylo at fy ffenestr I? Dywedim, a gollais tithau. Un ath garau di.
Short and sweet this evening from T. Gwen. Short and sweet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got me unawares there. Are we doing something live now, Gwen?
Just before we do, I'm sure I could see B mouthing the words there. No need for translation whatsoever. She's learning Welsh, you know. She's only recently moved here, John, and she's already learning Welsh. And isn't that a good thing? Oh, well, there you see. God's own language. Iaith y nefoedd. Lovely, lovely. I'll shut up now, John.
I very nearly was going to do a parody of that poem tonight. It's a good job I decided against it.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Look, we have a great number of participants this evening, and I'm having a nightmare with this machine. So if it's okay, I'll skip and come back next week.
That's okay. We will move up to Hexham or wherever. You'd lost your concentration there, Phil, haven't you?
I wasn't expecting it.
It's the posh part of somewhere up northeast. The posh part. Forget.
There is no posh part of the northeast.
I think Lisa had the idea I lived in Corbridge, and that is posh.
but I don't. I live up near the Roman Wall, north of Hayden Bridge.
Oh, I went to a funeral once in Clwb, didn't we? Yeah.
Oh, that would have been posh.
Very
Probably a
nice.
posh funeral.
Was it a posh funeral, John?
Been to one, you've been to them all, really, haven't you?
As long as you're walking when you go to funerals, that's good. I don't mind how many funerals I go to. Vertical.
Right, am I on?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, this is a bit of a sad song. Although it comes from north of the border, although it's north of the border, it's probably actually west from here, actually, from where we are at the moment. Oh, Annan waters wondrous deep, a mile of Ann is wondrous bonny. I'm loath that she should wet her feet, because I love her better than any. Go saddle for me the bonny grey mare, go saddle her soon and make her ready, for I must cross that river tonight, and all to see my bonny lady. And woe betide you, Annan water, at night you are a gloomy river, and over you I'll build a bridge, but never more true love may sever. And he has ridden o'er field and fell, o'er moor and moss, and many's a mire. His spurs of steel were sore to bite, and from the mare's feet flew the fire. The mare flew on o'er moor and moss, and when she'd won the Annan water, she couldn't have ridden a furlong more. Had 1,000 whips been laid upon her, and woe betide you, Annan water, at nights you are a gloomy river, and over you I'll build a bridge, but never more true love may sever. Oh, boatman, come, put up your boat, put up your boat for gold and money, for I must cross that river tonight, or never more I'll see my Annie. The sides are steep, the water's deep, from bank to brave the water's pouring, and your bonny grey mare, she sweats for fear. She stands to hear the waters roaring, and woe betide you, Annan water, at night you are a gloomy river, and over you I'll build a bridge, but never more true love may sever. And he has tried to swim that stream, he swam on both strong and steady. The river was broad and strength did fail, and he never saw his bonny lady. Oh, woe betide the willow wand, beside the bush of briar, for it broke beneath a true love's hands, when strength did fail and limbs did tire. And woe betide you, pan and water, at night you are a gloomy river.
Very nice. Very nice.
Come across okay?
That was smashing. Yeah, with your built-in reverb room.
Oh, lovely. A little bit of natural reverbs. Lovely.
Well,
Lovely, lovely.
We can't afford the decorations up here, you know. This is poor country, this. We can't.
Oh, keep it as it is, and people will be coming to pay to record there.
Yeah, okay. Right, do you want to do another one? Do you want another
Yes,
one?
please, Phil,
Okay.
yeah.
Right, we're probably only going to do, this is probably the only slot tonight. I was going to save this one for last, but I'll do it now, just in case.
No, we'll find time for your second half. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do it anyway now I'm there. It's just a short one. Oh, it was a fine and a pleasant day. To a Tesco store I soon was faring, and I walked for miles up and down the aisles, as I hunted for the shelves of herring. Oh, the trolleys were few and the shelves were long, and the people sure they took some bearing. There was little kindness and the kids were many, as I hunted for the shelves of herring. Well, I searched the tins and the ethnic foods. Amongst the freezer chests I soon was shivering. Then at last I spied a great shoal of cans. So 'twas to the tills my course was westering. Oh, I took my catch to a 10-item queue, and the checkout girl, she sure was swearing, for I'd 100 cans of the silver darlings that I'd taken from the shelves of herring. Now for 6 long months I've been eating fish, and my house, it sure could use an airing. And now I know never again I'll go hunting for the shelves of herring. Oh, it was a fine and a pleasant day. To a Tesco store I soon was faring, and I walked for miles up and down the aisles, as I hunted for the shells of herring.
Yeah!
I've got a frog in my throat. I've had this frog in my throat for weeks now. I think it's post-COVID syndrome or something.
You should be so lucky.
Well, I do think I had it actually in February.
I got over it. I beat it. Beat it. Don't be afraid. I beat it.
Yeah, God sent me the message. Yeah.
Oh, Right.
A bit too much like
Down
it.
to you, Alan.
Davithan.
No, oh no, it's not. It's Davithan B.
Yeah.
Yeah, Davithan B. Yeah, I've lost you on my screen. There we are.
Okay.
Right.
Then. Right. I've got two pretty short poems here, and then I'm expecting to be totally upstaged by my bad lady over here as she gives a rendition of one of my favourite pieces.
But they didn't cael dy eclipsio, David.
Yn hollol, cael clip ar yr haul, dyna ni. Yeah, right. Now, if you've seen pictures of the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, you'll see that there's some poetry written up near the roof on it. It was written by a lady called Gwyneth Lewis, and she wrote this little poem in English originally. So I'll read it in the original. It's called Half. A person whose whole possesses 4 legs, has 40 fingers, that's counting all toes, 2 heads and 2 brains to supervise the marrow's factory inside the bones. But a terrible longing fills those who know that the soul is in half when it lives alone. Love is a city of misplaced halves who turn among fractions endlessly in search of a mathematics where 2 and 2 together always make 3, confounding all angles of being apart and changing those others into a we. All praise to those beings who dare to live whole, who close on each other like heavy tones, time after time, till their pages compose private stories for each other's eyes, classics that flower into public flames, which burn like exotic butterflies. Right, I do rather like that one. And here's an even shorter one by a man called Mctell Morgan, and it's translated by Simon Brooks into English, and it's called Disappearance of My Me. I was me once, but I cannot say that I am anymore. Someone else is in my place, pretending to be me. What then has happened to my me? I was lively once, but I cannot say that I am anymore. Someone else is acting on my behalf. What then has happened to my liveliness? I was witty once, but I cannot say that I am anymore. Someone else is amusing my company. What then has happened to my wit? Whatever happened to my me? And who is this in my place? Well, here is somebody in my place. Here's me.
Homespun philosophy, I think, there.
You need to give me the tune. What was the tune?
Da, 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 da.
Oh, okay. Okay, I wrote a poem which I also wanted to be a song. And David thinks I should sing it, but I have a really foul voice. So
No, she hasn't.
This is an infliction on you.
Somebody probably once told you that. Did they say, stand at the back, B, and mime?
Yes.
I've met hundreds of people. When I'm out tuning pianos, I meet people talk about music, and the number of them that say, I can't sing, you know. I was told when I was 8 I can't sing. It's tragic.
Anyway, it's called Coming Home. I shall try, okay? Turn the sound off. The moors are mowed with heather, their colours changing with the weather. The air we breathe is pure here. I don't miss the town at all. Standing on the hill's crest, like a sailor in the crow's nest, I can see for miles around me, from the mountains to the sea. I watch the red kites flying, the summer's sun is dying, and the leaves are growing brittle, like tears of gold they fall. In the moon-cold light of night time, I feel life flowing to its last rhyme. And as the music fades to silence, I am ready to come home.
Oh,
lovely!
Yeah, that was lovely. That was absolutely lovely.
We need more ladies, we need more singers. That's it. Lovely. We'll book her for next week. She can do a guest spot. She can do 2 40-minute spots next week, John. What do you reckon? Oh, bless.
I think next week.
Lovely. That was lovely. Yeah.
It was. It was.
Come on, Alan, you got to follow that.
Hey, it's me. It's me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Are you getting that?
With a vengeance. Yeah.
There will be a little thrash in the middle, maybe. Hang on. Excuse John and Carol, look away. I humbly apologise. I have to say, it's delicious. I'm not sponsored, but if you want to try that stuff from Aldi, Golden Ale, it's absolutely lovely. Just over £1 a bottle. Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's a song I haven't sung for a few, 3 years or so. Used to sing it quite a lot. And I did put it on YouTube, and an American friend put a comment on, and in a fit of pique I did delete the comment, but it's a shame. It's a Suzanne Vega song called The Soldier and the Queen and the Soldier. And this guy,
I believe he called it a dog toad.
He said, you have taken a perfectly good song and you've turned it into a dog turd. I wish I'd left that. I had a fit of pique and I went, oh, you bastard, click. And he was gone. And then I thought, oh, no, I should have left it there. Because I don't like doing cover versions. I like to do my versions. You know, that's how we do it. They are cover versions, I suppose, but we you know, I've had some coaching. I won't say from where, but she's over there. Today I've had some coaching saying don't rush this one. And it's called The Queen and the Soldier, and it's only got 11 verses, but they're very short. Soldier came knocking upon the Queen's door. He said, I am not fighting for you anymore. And the Queen knew she'd seen his face somewhere before, and slowly she led him inside. He said, I've watched your palace up here on the hill, and I've wondered who's the woman for whom we all kill. And I'm leaving tomorrow, you can do what you will. Only first I am asking you why. Down the long narrow hall he was led, into her room with its tapestries red. She never once took the crown from her head as she asked him there to sit down. He said, I see you now, you are so very young, but I've seen more battles lost than I have battles won. And I've got this intuition, it's all for your fun. So now, will you tell me why? Well, the young queen, she fixed him with an arrogant eye. She said, you won't understand, and you may as well not try. But her face was a child's, he thought she would cry, but she closed herself up like a fan. She said, I have swallowed a secret burning thread, cuts me inside, and often I bled. He laid his hand on the top of her head, and he bowed her down to the ground. Tell me, how hungry are you? How weak you must feel as you are living here alone and you never reveal. But I won't march again on your battlefield. And he led her to the window to see. And the sun it was gold, though the sky it was grey. She wanted more than she ever could say, but she knew how it frightened her. She turned away and would not look at his face again. She said, I want to live like an honest man, to get all I deserve, to give all I can, and to love a young woman I don't understand. Your Highness, your ways are very strange. But the crown it had fallen, she thought she would break, and she stood there ashamed of the way her heart ached. And she led him to the doorstep, she asked him to wait, she would only be a moment inside. Out in the distance her order was heard, and the soldier was killed, still waiting for her word, while the queen went on strangling in the solitude she preferred. The battle continued on.
You should listen to the little woman more often.
Well, she said slow it down a bit, and so I did, and I think I've got Phil's little frog. He's been with me a while, actually, this little frog, and he's a llyffant in Gogledd Cymru. In North Wales he's a llyffant, and in South Wales he's a broga, except David will disagree with me, but T Gwyn, I know I can depend on T Gwyn. Llyffant is a frog and broga is a toad in North Wales. And in South Wales, And in
the
South Wales,
youngest
they switch them round. A brogger is a frog and a llyffant is a toad. What the hell happens in Mid Wales? I don't know. So I'll just switch this on. Well, I leave it to you, David and T. Gwyn, to debate the issue. But I'm with T. Gwyn on this one. Llyffant.
Okay, fair enough.
I've got some buttons. I've got some couple of buttons to press just to get myself. I've got to put the drums on for John. Oh, we want a bass trombone and a bit of drums. So, oh, come on, Jones. There we are. I'll be there shortly. I should have pre-programmed, of course, shouldn't I? Here's a song, what I've known for years, but a week ago I decided I would learn it. In the 80s, in the late 80s, I went through a couple of years at the Folk Club when I promised myself I would do at least one new song every single week, which sounds an awful thing to commit yourself to, but it became easier. And in the end, I could learn a song in a couple of days just by repeating it a couple of times, and boom, it would fix. And I guess it's like that for actors learning the words of scripts and things. Anyway, that's just my view on life. So, oh, Jez Lowe. We've had him at the club a couple of times. He's a super songwriter. And this is a song called Dandelion Clogs. We've all been there, haven't we? In dandelion fields, picking dandelions, and how old are you? And also picking buttercups under the chin. Do you like butter? We all like butter. So I hope I'll remember all the worms to this. Time will tell. So how's that, John? Oh, time, don't you tease me, 'cause look at what you've done. You've left me here to wander this wicked world alone. You cost me all me money, me family and stock, and left me here to lie among the dandelion clocks. Watching the seasons go, the breezes blow, blow away the dandelion clocks. Watching the seasons go, the breezes blow, blow away the dandelion clocks. All the roads that I have travelled, the paths that I have tread, they've cost me oh so dearly, look at where they've led. Back to the place where the children we would flock, and roll away our days among the dandelion clocks. Watching the seasons go and the breezes blow, blow away the dandelion clocks. Watching the seasons go and the breezes blow, blow away the dandelion clocks. I wish I had a penny, a pound would surely do, for all the friends in trouble I've helped us struggle through. Can't you hear them laugh now? Can't you hear them mock? As I lie all alone among the dandelion clocks. Watching the, come on, seasons go, and the breezes blow, blow away the dandelion clocks. Watching the seasons go, and the breezes blow, blow away the dandelion clocks. Now this girl's so shy and tender, and lasses strong and bold. There's one that I remember, me arms still want to hold. I'd rather be wrapped up in the foldings of a frock than lying all alone among the dandelion clocks, watching the seasons go and the breezes blow away the dandelion clocks. Watching the seasons go and the breezes blow away the dandelion clock. Come on! Watching the seasons go and the breezes blow away the dandelion clocks. Watching the seasons go and the breezes blow away the dandelion clocks.
Don't milk it anymore. You're done.
Good evening, friends. Hey, thank you.
Right.
A little bit.
You got through it, you see. It'll be easier next time.
Second time will be great. Yeah, first time out is always troublesome, and then the second time out you do it easily, and you think, what was the problem back then? That's how it works. It's all in the mind. Margaret, where is she? Come on, next week, you. We want you. We want you to sing. I'm going to unmute her,
I
John.
don't think so.
Oh, we love your voice.
Yeah.
We've heard you sing. You see, the trouble is we've heard you. Oh, she's muted herself again, John. Huffy, look,
She could do some Slade, couldn't she?
Of course I could, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
A bit of slide.
Well, Electric Light Orchestra from that part of the world. Black Country. You could give us some Black Country.
Of course I could, yeah.
Some Black Country culture from the Black Country.
I could do you a Black Country poem, but you wouldn't
Great!
understand.
No, lovely, lovely. Right, put her down, John. Put her on the list. I'll mute her now because she's trouble. Oh, she's already muted herself. I'll mute myself because I'm trouble.
Right, talking about trouble, don't know what to do now because we've only got 10 minutes. And
We could run over.
should we run over by 20 minutes, Alan, or finish on time? You're muted, I can't hear you.
You don't need to do a poll. You just need to ask people to do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And they're all pissed. Sorry, John. Sorry, Carol. Sorry, any Methodist. I'm a Methodist, so I can say this. So, Presbyterian, actually. Welsh Presbyterian. Millbank Chapel. Oh, yes. You could achieve a consensus, John. This is a challenge for you. Find a way of getting consensus.
Right.
Watching the seasons
go.
I'm tired,
Right.
I'm going to bed.
Right.
I'll say keep going.
You can take your camera with you. It's fine.
Right.
I say we have an early finish.
I've got Mr. Bojangles from Jeffrey if you want it, John.
Oh, let's just have... Yeah, let's just finish on that then, because I don't like chopping, saying, oh, you can do and you can't do. Right, let's have Mr.
I'll find it. Just excuse me a moment.
We're getting a big thumbs up from Mr. Pritchard, so we'll have a different finish tonight. We'll just finish on an old... How old is it, Alan?
Oh, about 15 years. RAF Club it was. I'm coming back to you now. I'm coming back. Land of the living. It's RAF Club. Ted's there with his whistle. I'm not playing the tune. I'm playing chords, he would say on the whistle. Yes, Ted. But Jeffrey takes the lead, and it's run by Constantina. I apologise for the colour of my hair in the video to come. This is my natural colour. And if you want...
This was in your Grecian 2000 days.
Oh, how dare you! You bloody strawberry blonde, you! Would you like me to put it on, John?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do it. I'll do it now, and let's enjoy some nostalgia.
Nice finish off.
Yeah, Rumbum and Concertina, the best group Rumbum and Concertina ever knew. So here we go. Click, bang, wallop. Here we go.
Right, hey.
Those were the days, as they say.
Oh, for those who don't know, Rumbum and Concertina were the sort of resident house band for donkey's years.
Donkeys? How dare you?
And they always
Quite
put
a
on
while.
Show.
So I take it you pinched the name from George Melly's book.
We did indeed, yeah. We thought about Scouse Mouse and we thought, no, that's not us. No, that's it. And he pinched it from Churchill, who said that the Navy thrived on rum bum baccy, I think was... Anyway, best not go there.
No.
But if Jeffrey happens to be watching the YouTube recording of this, Jeffrey, we miss you. And we want you to come back. And look at that, all those faces. We miss you, Jeffrey.
Very much so. Yeah.
I've got to give.
I'm welling up, John. I'm welling up.
I've got to give Phil the prize tonight for the best line on the chat. I don't know if you've seen it, Alan, but he said those trousers look like the ones Gaffer was singing about earlier. And when you read it and you saw them, yeah, you look like you got somebody else's trousers on there.
Yeah, I think they were, what did they describe it as? In fashion circles, they describe it as of their time. That's what they were. There was plenty of space anyway. They were loosely described as trousers. Anyway, it was a good night. I remember it now as though it were yesterday. Unbelievable how the decades fly by. I think that's probably 20 years ago, John.
Rhyl Folk Club.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think so. Yeah. It's not an overestimate. 20 years ago. Bloody hell! Where's my life going? Downhill. That's where.
Yeah, down the pan. Great. Okay, it's winding up time now. So thank you again, everyone, for coming, for just singing, performing, whatever, just sitting there, joining in. And it's been lovely, lovely to see you all.
Glenys
again.
has gone up. Glenys has gone already. Look at the Muppet box. She's gone. We haven't. Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to speak to her tonight.
No, we didn't. No, I sent her a message saying, "Turn those earphones down, or you'll damage your hearing." John Roberts wouldn't tell a joke. He wouldn't. We asked him. He wouldn't. Next week, John. Joke next week, John. Yeah, they are. There's a promise,
Right.
John.
But not from Adi. We don't want any more of Adi's jokes. We had enough of those a couple of weeks back.
He's got
there again.
lined up now. Yeah.
Right, I'm hoping that Andrew's doing the blog this week.
Oh,
yes.
There's a thumbs up.
It won't happen. So I get a lie-in tomorrow, and we'll see you all next week, and might see some of you at Dragon's Breath on Tuesday.
You'll definitely see me there anyway. Thanks very much. It's been a
Right.
night again.
Thank you.
Thanks again for all coming. Enjoy your
you for
company.
coming. Yeah.
Good night.